Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. There's Kathy's website if you would like to check it out. Feel free to freeze frame if you need to. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jessie Reish. Hopefully that's focusing. There's a website, hayhouse.com, down here in the corner. It's a 2002 deck, at least this printing was, so I don't know what you're going to find, but if you're looking for it, Hay House is still around. I'm pretty confident with that. I know they're around. I know they are. I've seen stuff from them. Ooh. This is Scorpio, yeah? There's big changes going on here. Big changes. You're doing fine. You're doing real fine, actually. This is very interesting. This very much reminds me of Pisces. Very similar to Pisces for some reason, which is, I mean, you and Pisces are both water signs, but you have totally different ways of handling life. Big change coming in. But I feel like you're the activator. You're the activator. You know what you want. You're the see, this is why it's different. For Pisces, it's coming towards them. For you, you're the activator. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, maybe or maybe not. Don't worry about it. But if you are, you might want to check out that reading too. Because I'm getting like, you're going to activate something, and you're like, I do this, and people are not going to expect it. You might move forward in a way that people don't expect, but you want to. This is something you, like, obviously, you're not going to do something you don't want to do. But, like, when I'm saying you want to, it's kind of like you're excited about it. You're like, this is really something I actually want. It's kind of not like, it's not like I want to go to college because of the degree I want to get. Kind of like, I don't know if I want to go to college, but I want the degree. Like, I don't know if I want to go through all that work, but I do want the outcome. Not like that. This is kind of like, it doesn't have to be romance. It could be. It could be a job. This could go any way. I don't know. It could be anything that, like, you know what it is. So if it's a person, it's a person. If it's a job, it's a job. For some of you, it's an investment. I could go down there. I can go, there's millions of things that probably could pop in. But it's going to shake other people up. It's not a little thing. But that's why I'm thinking it's like either a job or a moving of a house. Could be a relationship. When you do this, though, it's going to affect other people, and it's going to have long-term changes. So, like, if it's a job change, it's not like it's going to change connections with certain people at the very least. Could change your whole life. It could change the whole structure of your life, and I feel like that's why I'm kind of holding back, because it's kind of like, I'm going to use the job reference again. It's probably not within the same company. Could be, but probably not, because I feel like there's a whole structure change. Like, I feel like if you're changing it, if it's in the same company, you're probably changing your schedule or something like that. Like, it seems to be changing how your life is and how you live your life. And when you do this and when you do that, seems to be changing friend groups possibly. It seems major. And you're very excited to do this. You're also in the boat of kind of like, when you have connections with people, if you're making this change, you've already made your mind up, well, if that changes, this is what I could do to keep that relationship around, and that's what I'll do. If this changes and maybe this relationship's, it's okay, if it falls away, it falls away, then you're at peace with it. There's nothing, like, if there's relationship changes or social structure changes, you're at peace with it. Kind of like, I'll keep the ones around I want to keep around, and if certain ones fall away, maybe I'm okay with that. Not in a negative way, not like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have people in your life that are like, they're okay, but, maybe less is more. I think I'm not going to worry about it. And if they fall away, then they fall away. The switch over here, this is good, right? You have the Page of Pentacles. They're calling it the Princess here, which is fine. The Page of Water and Earth, or Princess. The Page of Fire and Air, or Prince, just in case you're wondering. Somebody's backing you on this. Somebody's really backing you on this. But they have to be in control too. Somebody seems to be, whatever this change is, you're helping somebody else move forward too. So if it's a job change, when you leave behind that job, you might be advising who should take your place. Something like that, maybe, if that fits. Or there's somebody else you're possibly bringing with you forward. These two energies together are very interesting to me, because I feel like when I get these two together, they're following your lead, but they have to own their own position. So like if this is somebody, maybe you're going to another company, for example, just for argument's sake. You'll show them like, hey, this is here, you should apply here and go for that. Once they do that, though, they have to take the reins and like, okay, the Scorpio showed me where it was and what to do. Now I have to do it, and I have to own it, and I have to make it happen, if that makes sense. And I feel like they will. They might have a moment, because there's somebody here who's helping you. They might have this moment where they're dealing with a lot of conflicts. They seem to be dealing with a lot of conflicts. There's a lot of energy just trying to get in their way. It seems like you move forward, they might be daunted a little bit. Talk with them rationally about it. Make sure that they're in the power position and say, well, what do you want? Where is this taking you? Is this best for you? There seems to be some type of like, when I get that 10 of Wands, it's success, but it's like they have to struggle a little bit to get forward. There is a little bit of struggle there. They also need to hold their own weight. This is somebody that you can help move forward, but they have to hold their own weight. You know what I mean? Like we just used that example. They have to use their gusto to make it happen. You could show them like, this is where it is, that's where you should go, but then they have to go do it and make it happen. If this is some type of partnership, they have to hold their own weight. They definitely have to hold their own weight, or else this is going to have a shelf life. What do we got here? The Passion with the Three of Pentacles. If they feel like they're contributing equally, this has long-term success, but they have to be contributing equally. So if you're bringing somebody along with you on this journey and you want this to last, they have to contribute equally, or this will have a shelf life and it won't last. There's something holding them back. I keep getting this hold back energy, and people giving you a hard time. There's something dragging the situation back or trying to, but what I get, like what kind of gets rid of it is the Wisdom card. Kind of like there's stress, there's people unhappy, people don't like this, either around you or the person that you're bringing with you. Probably both. Wisdom overcome. Like I feel like what they're saying is if you step back and just sort it out, just like if this was happening to somebody else, if you just sort it out and just step back and let it settle for a minute, it'll all just kind of solve itself. Like we just got to pull back from the energy and just let the energy settle for a minute. And then we go back in, and then if it gets a little rough, just pull back, let it settle again, and you'll make it all the way to the end without a problem. It won't be that bad. Just when it gets a little rough, keep going a little bit, and then when it gets really too much, pull it back, let it settle down, start going into it again, make sure you get farther down the road, of course. And when it starts to be like, oh, it's getting a little bit hot and too heavy right now, all right, let's pull back. We've made it another, 5 miles. That's okay. Let's let it calm down. Once it calms down, here we go again. Let's try to get another 15 miles down the road. Okay, let's pull it back. Let's calm down until you get to your goal. But I feel like they're saying when it gets a little heavy, because there's interference in this situation, just pull back, let the situation settle for a minute, go do something else, come back, go on a little farther. Just, you're going to hit your goal anyway. Pull back, give it a moment, then go again. like that advice, actually. I feel like I could use that in my life a couple places. I think I've kind of been doing it with a certain situation now that I think of it. It's interesting. It's going to work out. And at the end of this, I feel like we want harmony. And they're saying the last piece of information I feel like before I shut this down is if you do this, we move forward until it gets a little too hot, a little too heavy, and pull back and let it settle, then push forward again, go farther down the road, and keep doing that. We also want to explain to other people what's going on and why this is going to work. And we want to keep people in the know, kind of like this is what's happening, and it's going to be okay. We just kind of keep going that direction with this, like this is what's happening and it's going to be okay. We want to walk away from, if we can, everybody's their own person, I get that, so it's just the advice. So if you don't want it, don't take it. We want to walk away from, like, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. We don't want to, like, I mean, it is the truth. It's the obvious truth. We don't need to say that. We just kind of keep coming. We just keep saying, it's going to happen and it's going to be okay. It's going to happen and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Here's what's happening. That's better. That's what I'm trying to say. Here's what's happening and it's going to be okay. Here's what's happening and it's going to be okay. We don't want to keep reminding people, whether you like it or not, it's happening. It's obvious, so we don't need to keep reiterating it. So we just gotta kind of, this is what's happening. It's going to be okay. This is what's happened here. It's going to be okay. Just keep going with that, with the harmony. You have the Queen of Swords energy with the harmony, which the Queen of Swords can be very joyful to deal with and can be very difficult to deal with. It's your choice how you want this to work out. They're advising harmony because you get more bees with honey. You get a better outcome with honey. There's just that you do what you want to do. You don't want the advice, don't take the advice. That's all there is to that. That's all there is to that. Anything else with this? It's going to be really good. I like the way this works out because I feel like they're saying you're going to have to communicate to make this work out to your best outcome. They're just saying, just tell them, this is what's happened. It's going to be okay. This is what's happened. It's going to be okay. You just kind of keep trying to angle it to their benefit. You don't really want to angle it to the fact of this is what's happening, and if you don't like it, that's just too bad. You don't want to do that. It just goes better. I mean, I know. I keep saying don't take the advice if you don't want it, but I keep reiterating it at the same time. So there you go. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.